Hello guys, it's DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time it's my dog Eldlich Synchro deck profile, and I'm showing off the side deck this time. Let's just hop right in. So this isn't in like order like how I usually do with like hand traps and starters, extenders, engine requirements and stuff like that. Just because it doesn't look as nice, and you guys were complaining about that. I mean, it's the same deck list either way. But for hand traps, or like starting off, I played 3 Ash, and then 1 001. So I'm playing 001 because you don't need 2 O-line. Again, you can do combo with just 1 O-line. That's why I was pushing it for so long before. But then Nib was becoming a staple 3 of in every single person's deck. And it got to the point where you needed O-line to play around Nib. Now, Nib is not a staple in everyone's deck. Maybe side deck. If that, some people aren't even playing it there. But you want to draw off of your Synchro combo very bad. You need to get to your Eldlich stuff and your Dogma stuff. You don't need to get to your Dogma stuff, but it's good to get to your Dogma stuff turn 1, especially like after you comboed. And then also you like just want to get to hand traps. You need to get the good stuff because everything's a combo deck this format. And then 1 Ecclesia and 1 Knightened. I think I explained this in my video, my high rated DB videos. Go check those out if you haven't. But you never really want to draw Ecclesia. It's like decent to draw, but it's not the card you want to draw unless if like you're going second and it's like your last push. But like going first, it's just not super good. It also, the engine kind of loses out to Gamma because you get Gamma on Needled and you have nothing in extra deck. And then 1 Knightened. You play the 1 Ecclesia, 1 Knightened, 3 Servant, 1 Punishment. This is like the perfect ratio for this deck, I feel like. Just having like the option to grab Knightened, Punishment, Ecclesia. The engine's very strong in this deck, I feel like. It's definitely worth playing. It's better to play it than not play it right now. Then next, 2 Lord. You don't need 3. 1's not enough. Been playing this forever. 3 Jet. You want to open it. 1 O-line. You can combo with 1. Even if you draw it off the formula draw. And then 3 Gamma. Driver. It's the most powerful, most impactful hand trap against every deck right now. So it's very well rounded against everything. It's good versus everything. It does suck that you have to play a brick with it, but it's worth playing the brick with it. Then 1 Nib. This was the 40th card. I wanted another hand trap because I felt like 9 just wasn't enough. And what I was losing to the most was Infernal Knight, Rocket, and Rock, which is like the biggest combo decks. And against Rocket and Infernal Knight, they can both smoke grenade you. Rocket does it whenever they go first, post side decking, and then Infernal Knight does it every game, obviously. So cards like Dark Ruler and Forbidden Droplets just like weren't an option for this deck because you'd have to open up 2, and seeing like 2 that's not like a good way to play the deck. Like, you'd just be hoping you draw Dark Ruler Droplets, and then you still lose to them ripping Dark Ruler and having a big board. Next up, 3 Cursed, obviously, great Eldlich card. 1 Black Awakening. Some people still don't like the 1 Black Awakening. In the mirror match, holy, do you grind with the mirror so hard, and having this in deck is such a big difference too. And it's another, like, starter to get to your Eldlich stuff. You just want more Eldlich cards. 3 Servant, this card's crazy. Honestly, this card's really nuts. 3 Tuning, again, you just want to see Jet. 3 Conquistador, 3 Walkero, and 3 Scarlet. You play 3 of each because you want to draw them, and you want to have them in deck. Then 1 Punishment. You definitely don't need 2, because then you're playing 2 Ecclesia, and then you're adding like more cards to your deck to make your deck not work all the time. It definitely would make your deck more grindy to play 2 Punishment and 2 Ecclesia, but it's not really needed. It's honestly, it's good, but it's not good enough to where you want to be drawing like punishment going second versus combo. And then 3 Imperm, again, like one of the best hand traps because it's a trap card. So it plays around stuff like Talons, the Neospatian, and then side deck, 2 Nib. So I wanted the best hand traps, like the most impactful 1-card hand traps versus combo that I could possibly have that works versus Rock, Rocket, and the Infernal Knight. And after like going through like everything, because like Token Collector isn't good versus those decks really. You can't Forbidden Droplets them because it doesn't work versus Infernal Knight. And then also if you Forbidden Droplets them, you have to like discard like 4 cards, and then your last card has to be able to combo. And in this deck it doesn't work. In a deck like Rocket it does. But I needed like the hand traps that could actually stop my opponent. So I chose to having 2 Nib in the side deck, and then 3 Uka, and well, let me go over it. 1 Barrier Statue, 1 Water Statue, and then the 1 Water Charmer. So also, I'll teach you guys how to side deck with this deck real quick. So when you're going second versus combo, you take out Ecclesia, Knight, and 3 Servant, and a Punishment for 2 Nib, 3 Gizmek, a Barrier Statue. Then you put Charmer in for Ash Dragon. And it pretty much makes it so when you're going second versus combo, you have 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, 3 Gamma, 3 Nib, and 3 Uka. So if you open up Uka, Nib, or Gamma, they can essentially, if your opponent has like just like a decent hand, win you the game completely by themselves. So they are very strong hand traps. Obviously, if they can win you the game by themselves versus big combo decks. Even if your opponent has like a decently good hand, as long as their hand isn't like absolutely broken, where they have like Analyzer, Researcher, Block Dragon, Talents, like something insane like that. Then like having like just 2 of any of the hand traps is enough, because you have Imperm, Nib, Gamma, Ash, Gizmek, and like it's honestly so good like post side deck. I wasn't really losing the too much combo post side deck just because I side decked so much for him. And then also like this being able to bring back the opponent's Needle Fiber to go into Access Code Talker is cool. 3 Lightning Storms. I wanted cards versus Backrow decks, and again, like a deck like this can't like do Red Reboot. So I chose 3 Lightning Storms and a Cosmic. Cosmic over Twin because I needed another card going first that was good versus Spawn Trap decks that was also good going second, if that makes sense. And this was just like the best choice. And then 3 a Pointer. This card is crazy right now. So you go turn 1 like normal summon Jet, make Needle, they Gamma you. Okay, you set a Pointer pass. Now you see your opponent's hand. You still have at least 1 interruption with the hand trap, punishment, something. You can rip one of your opponent's like extenders or starters out of hand and then stop the other one and you win. And that happens a lot. Or like you have double a Pointer, you use one, look at the opponent's hand, it's like, alright, this is a good hand. A Pointer ripped the starter, a Pointer ripped the other starter, and now they just can't play that turn, and it's like skipping the opponent's turn. This card's nuts. Being able to look at the opponent's hand is crazy. It's literally just trap dust shoot, like at 3. Then Golden Land Forever. I've also talked about this a lot. I think this is like a really good card to side deck, because it's better than Judgment, because it's searchable. And that's really the whole reason why it's just better. Like, this card is a searchable Judgment, practically. Like, it doesn't negate summons, but the stuff that you are hitting with Judgment, like the Evenlies, the Lightning Storms, just the good spells and traps, that's what you're hitting with Gold Land Forever. But this is actually, like, searchable, so it's not just, like, a random trap in your deck. Then to the extra deck, 1 Elder, you only need 1. 1 Ash Dragon, you only need 1, but this is needed. Some people don't play this, but like turn 1, if your hand's bad, like just 1 Servant is 2 interruptions, because you send Ash Dragon, add Ecclesia, normal, add Punishment, end phase, Ash, add Nightened, and now you have Punishment, Nightened as interruptions. And then Punishment Punishment destroys, and then Elder destroys. So it's like 3 good pops just off of Servant. Or like 2 pops and a negate. Then going into the Synchros, Savage, of course you need that. Omega, if you weren't playing this before because like you felt like this wasn't needed, I still feel like this card is really good in the Synchro deck. It works really good with your Dragma stuff. If your opponent has like a bigger attack monster on board than something with 25, you could also just send this and then use its graveyard effect. And then this card's graveyard effect is just nuts, being able to put back something. So it's just honestly a good card all around. Zeta for the formula plus like Conquistador or Wakera during the opponent's turn. Very good. Herald, of course, standard. Metal. You need Metal in the deck because you're going for 001 combos. And there are points in time where you won't have Link Kuriboh engraved. So you go formula, and then you can't bring Link Kuriboh back because it's not engraved. So then you have to go in the Metal with formula and the other token to combo. Then formula, obviously. Then Access Code Talker is still a very good card. Better than the BLS Link in this deck. So you play 1 Mech and Phantom Beast. I've pretty much just always played 1 of those. I played 2 for like a day. But you only need 1 of it. If it goes through, like it's game. If it doesn't go through, then you just grind with your opponent. Then you still have like the Synchro stuff. Like Access Code Talker and such. 2 Needle. I've been thinking about bumping this up to 3, because like the 3rd has came up enough to where it's almost worth putting a 3rd one in, but I really don't know what I'm going to put in. Like I don't know what I'm going to take out to put in a 3rd one. I guess I'll like look over it right now just to do it like on the channel. I guess the only realistic thing I could take out would have to be Omega. And I really don't want to take out Omega. So it's tough. It's tough. I'm going to need to do more testing with this deck. I've tested with this deck a decent amount. It got me from like 700 rating to like 1,100. And then I just started playing Rocket to get higher. But 2 Needle. And then 1 blocker. You still need it. Link Cross. This card's nuts. Like, honestly nuts. Then Link Kuriboh, of course, you need it for the Jet. So that's it for the deck profile. I don't have too much more to say. If you are watching till the end right now, 13.5 minutes in, first of all, shout out to you. Second of all, you're gonna know that I'm gonna be making a video over this Gizmek, because I think this card is underrated right now and should be played more because it's insane. So I'm going to go video about how it's good, how to stop it, what's it good against, just stuff like that. But that's going to be it for the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. The DB Grinder signing off. Peace.